Hi, hello, namaste to all the brilliant brains who are watching this video. Welcome to Diksha Karnataka. I am Jyothi Sandeep, mathematics faculty. As you can see on the screen, we are discussing mock test 3 today. I hope everyone has taken the paper, tried the question, got the solutions. And if you have not taken the question paper, it is available in the WhatsApp channel. I tell you to take the question paper first. Okay, make sure that you are sitting with the question paper as well as your book to solve all the questions. Today in this part we are seeing the questions from 61 to 90. Okay, next 30 questions will be there in the next part of this video. So let's begin. Let's see the first question. I think compared to all the mock test papers, this part especially is very simple, very easy questions are there, easily you can solve fat. Okay, so 61st question. In the set A, 1 2 3 4 5, a relation R is defined by, here is one bracket, x comma y such that x and y both are in A. Now see, observe what is the relation here. The relation is less than. And do you remember, in types of relation we have discussed this already. When you have only one element, A is related to A. This is your reflexive. That means A is less than A. Not possible. Correct? When you are talking about symmetric, when A is less than B, if this is right, then B is less than A won't be right. Correct? So less than won't be symmetric. It is only transitive always. So when less than is there, straight away you can go with a transitive relation, straight away, without doing anything. Why? Any number is less than the second number. The second number is less than the third number. Obviously, A will be less than C. Isn't it? A will be less than C. So the minute you see the less than relation, straight away take a transitive. Don't think too much in this. Okay, will you do that? Okay. Here is the announcement. Lakshya CET crash course is going to start after your board exams. So those who have not registered, go back and registered. Link will be there in the description box. Make use of this Lakshya CET crash course, which is only for all of you. Okay. So let's take the next question then. 62nd question. How many of you know what to do? Tell me. Domain of the function f of x is under the root some function is there. I have told repeatedly in many of my videos, whenever you have root and the function is given, then the function, this function, if f of x is here, let's take it as a g of x. Okay, then g of x has to be greater than or equal to 0. Isn't it? I have already told this. Root is there, inside what we have, 2 minus 2x minus x square. So that has to be greater than or equal to 0. Solve and see what you get. Minus is common. X square minus means plus 2x minus 2 greater than or equal to 0. Only thing you have to do here is solving this quadratic equation. If not factorization, then use the formula x is equal to minus 2 plus or minus under root, we have 4 minus b square minus 4ac. So that will give you 2, right? 4, a is 1, c, and divided by 2. That is equal to minus 2 plus or minus 8 plus 4, 12. 12 will means 2 root 3 by 2. Cancel out 2 from that. Then we have minus 1 minus root 3, option B. Check your answers. How many of you got this? Both we have plus and minus, plus or minus. So plus that side, minus this side. Isn't it? All of you have this. Remember this, very important. Repeatedly you have this pattern. Under root any function is given, then you have to take the function, whatever is inside that root has to be greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Will you register this? Don't forget. And one more thing, when you have p of x by q of x, then q of x is provided that it shouldn't be equal to 0. Whenever log is there, see all the 3 points I am telling you here. Whenever log is there, this m m has to be greater than 0. All this you have to make a note. If you have not written it somewhere, make a summary sheet, write it, the condition what you are using in the function chapter. Okay, will you do that for me? Okay, so let's take up the next question. See, talking about log, and log is here now. The mapping f from r plus to r. This is the reason why they have given r plus. Log is there. Just now I was telling you, whenever log is there, this has to be positive. That's why the mapping is from r plus to r. Okay, f of x is given as a function, log x function, and they have asked you to find out whether it is a 1-1 function or 1-1 and onto function or not, isn't it? Now let's go with a graph. Whenever it is possible for you to go with a graph, simple way, so that is the best, I think. So with a graph, how to make out that whether it is a 1-1 or not? If a horizontal line, if you don't know this trick, then time to note it down. Okay, a horizontal line is cutting the curve at single point. Suppose I am taking a line and it is cutting the curve at only one point, then definitely the function will be 1-1. So log function, if you take the graph, horizontal line cuts the curve at only single point. That's why it is 1-1. If you take parabola, for example, okay, if you take any parabola, if horizontal line is there, will it be 1-1? No, it will be many 1 because 2 points it is cutting at. So that is the trick you have to remember for 1-1. So that is enough for this question. Okay, on to we can make out by seeing the mapping only. If you can think smartly, then you can see that one side it is r plus, other side it is r. Can I take onto? Range has to be equal to codomain to tell that directly as a onto. If not, if you are not able to do that, then take it as a y. Log x to the base 10, x is equal to 10 to the power of y. Okay, whatever y is, y can be real actually, right? So whatever y is, positive, negative, root, whatever, this number is always positive, isn't it? It's always positive. That's why this is onto. This belongs to r plus. Where is 1-1 and onto? Yes, here. Option C, both 1-1 and onto. Okay. How many of you have gone wrong in this? Do check this. Log x is actually 1-1 as well as onto. 1-1 you don't have to do anything. Just go with a graph. Okay. Let's see the next question. See how many times this pattern has repeated. In mock test only this question has repeated, right? So g of x, not exact question, this type of question. G of x is given so and so. F of g of x is given 3 plus 2 root x plus x. Now I have to see what will be f of x, right? So I'll just simplify this first. X can be written as root x whole square. Do you know completing the square method? Yes, we are doing the completing the square method. What is this new name, ma'am? I have never heard of this completing the square. Completing the square means from the quadratic bringing that to a plus or minus b whole square form. Okay. After simplifying, bringing that in this form, we call it as a completing the squares. So now I am doing the same thing. This is a square. This is 2ab. A square plus 2ab. Then b square will be 1. I am splitting this 3 as a 1 plus 2. Done? Now see, this is my a square. Here I have b square, 2a and b. So that gives you a square plus b square plus 2ab. I can write it as a plus b whole square, isn't it? Here we have plus, so I am writing plus here. So that becomes a plus b whole square. Remaining is what? Remaining is only 2. This is the value of f of g of x. g of x is given here, root x plus 1, right? Root x plus 1. That means whatever you are putting here, the same thing you are getting here back, isn't it? If I substitute x here, what should be my function? Tell me. Think and tell me what should be my function. In the place of root x plus 1, if I am putting x, what will be the answer? You have the options also to support you, isn't it? Yes, very good. Those who have taken option B, x square plus 2, that is right. Okay, x square plus 2. Next question. This question also is a repetitive pattern only. Same kind of question we have done in previous year paper also. If you are following my videos constantly, then you will come to know how many times the same kind of questions we are getting. Easy question, repetitive question, don't leave such questions. Okay. So f is from R to R. Again, we are talking about function here, and 3 different functions are given according to these values. Okay. If you have more than 3, take first function. If you have between 1 and 3, take second function. If you have less than 1, then take third function. And the question is here. Okay. F of minus 1. Minus 1 means I'll take the third function. I'll put minus 1 in the place of x. That gives you minus 3. Plus f of 2. F of 2. 2 belongs to this group, isn't it? Second group. And x square is the function, so 2 square. F of 4. 4 belongs to the first function, that means this one, or they have defined more than 3. So here if I put 4, that will be 8. 12 minus 3, 9, option A. Same question, or they may change the values and give, but the pattern is very important. Okay, next. 66 question. If one root of the equation is reciprocal of the other root, what is the value of k? Easy one. If one root I take it as alpha, other root I'll take it as a 1 by alpha. Okay. If I want the value of k, k is sitting as a constant, and I'll take the product of the roots because I need that k. If I take sum of the roots, I'll get minus b by a. That is of no use for me, isn't it? If k is here, I would have taken the sum of the roots. K is in the last constant's place. So product of the root is c by a. According to that, I have k by 5. Alpha is gone, k is 5. How simple it is. See, option B again, right? I know many of you would have done this question, easy one. So product of the root you have to take. That's all. Done. 67th. This is little bit a tricky question where you have to think and answer. The number of ways in which the candidates A1, A2 to A10 be ranked. If A1 is always above A2, then what is the number of ways, number of arrangements what we are writing? Okay. Okay, let's take the total first. How many candidates are there? 10 candidates are there. A1, A2 and so on, A10. Total number of ways will be 10 candidates can be arranged in 10 factorial ways. So this is the total now, isn't it? Now if I am arranging them, one way can be like this, A1, A2 and so on till A10. Other way can be this way, A2, A1. Any way, okay, there are so many ways and we are finding how many are there like that. So it goes on like this, A1, it might be 6, 7 until A10. This is also one of the way. It can be A4, A1, A2, A3 and so on, so on, so on. Okay, I am just giving you examples so that you will understand how we are getting the answer. Now I have to take up this according to the question. A1 should be always above A2. So I will consider this. I will not consider this because this is below. I will not consider here because A1 is below A2. I'll consider this because it is above. Okay, are you following? If I consider like this, how many candidates we are comparing? Only two, that is A1 and A2. The comparison is between A1 and A2. A2 has to be below A1, or you can tell that A1 has to be above A2. So always the required number of ways will be 1 by 2, because we have a two people here, comparison are between two. So short way or shortcut to write that is this: total divided by 2. That's all. Total divided by 2. If there are 3 people, then you can take that as a 3. Okay, 10 factorial, you can write it as 10 into 9, because we don't have this answer given in the options, right? Simplify. 5 into 9 factorial. Check your answers. How many of you have got the option D as your answers? Check, check, check. If you have gone wrong, make sure that you have understood this. If you have liked, if you have understood, put it in the comments. Okay. 68th question. If A is a matrix given and B is the other matrix what they have given, AB is what they are asking you. E is even, but they have not directly given the elements. They have given that AB will be B, AB will be A, or a null matrix or an identity matrix. Okay, let's see what will be AB. Do I have to do all the elements? No. I'll come to know very quickly if I do few elements. 0 into this, C into this. So 0 plus ABC minus ABC. So that will give you 0. First element is coming as a 0. So first row, first column is done. Go with the first row and second column. Okay. 0 into this, 0. C into this. So B square C and minus B square C. Done. So next, first row and last column. So we have BC square minus BC square. So whole row is coming as a 0. So you have 0, 0, 0. Do I have to do everything? Not necessary, because we can make out by seeing few entries that I am going to get a null matrix here, isn't it? Let's take up the next question. I told you already in this paper, mock test 3 part 1, that means first 30 questions are very simple. Many questions you can directly do. Matrix A is given and they are asking you how will be A power n. In general, when they ask, what should I do? 1 or 2 I have to try with a square or with a cube. Okay, first go with a square. If you get a clear idea for this pattern, then go with the answer. Otherwise, go with a cube as well. Okay, I am studying the pattern here. So what is the pattern it is following? Let's see that. A is already here. The number we have here, the same number we have here, the entry. These two are same. Okay. That is enough. No, actually, if I see that only in this option, I'll keep this as a hold. Okay. I think it is option A, because in all this, the diagonal here on one we have. Okay, it's between A and C. So let's see other entries also, because here I am getting 0, here I am getting 0. So my strong feeling is option A. Let's see that. A square, if I see, I'll come to know. Right? X square, here we have 0, here we have 2x, here we have 0, that's all. So here we have x square. So when it is a square, it is coming as a 2, 2 and 2. If I go and write A power n, definitely option A, right? If the power is n, make that as a x power n, and here n into x to the power of n minus 1, because here 1 will be there. So generalize that, 0 and x power n. That's all. So that will give you option A, not C, because 0 is sitting here. So 0 exactly has to be sit there only. Seeing that, we can rule out option C as well. Let's take up the next question, 70th. First, see the determinant. They're asking you determinant value, right? And base is 5. If you see this, what is common in the first row, what is common in the second row and the third row? Take it out. First, columns also you can do, rows also you can do. It is up to you, whichever you are comfortable with, you do that. I'm comfortable taking common from the rows always. So I'm taking common from this row, 5 square. Okay, in this row we have 5 cube. In this row we have 5 power 4. Then, if I have taken 5 square, what is left in that row? 1, 5 and 5 square. Here 1, 5 and 5 square. This is sufficient. I feel that the power has to be 5 and 6. It's okay if they have given 6 and 7 also, because identical rows are there, value will be 0. Doesn't matter what entry we have here. If you keep 6 and 7 also, we are going to get the same answer. Done? Everyone has done this? Check the question properly. Okay. 71st question. Maximum value of the determinant when theta is real number. And the numerical, the constants are the values, isn't it? Now let's expand it. Determinant is equal to 1 into 1 plus sine theta. All of you know how to expand, right? I don't have to teach that again. Not at all. So 1 I am taking, close the row, close the column and multiply. Okay. Minus 1 into 1 minus 1 minus cos theta. And the last one, 1 into 1 minus, see, if I close the row and column, I have to multiply these two. So I will carefully write that 1 plus sine theta into 1 plus cos theta. So what is the value of this is what? Maximum value of this is what is the question? 1 plus sine theta, 1 will get cancelled. I have only sine theta left, isn't it? I have only sine theta left. Here 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled. I have plus cos theta left. Then simplify these two further. 1 minus, okay. So I have 1 minus, so I have taken the bracket. So plus cos theta plus sine theta and plus sine theta cos theta. Little simplification is required. If you can skip the steps. I have not skipped the steps thinking all of you are watching this. Okay, it has to reach many students. I have not skipped the steps. Definitely you can do the skipping part if you are okay to skip the steps. Okay, but don't go wrong. Minus sine theta into cos theta. Cos and minus cos, sine and minus sine will go off. Now see, minus sine theta into cos theta. Can I write it as minus 1 by 2 sine 2 theta? Can I write it as this? Yes, because multiple angle formula tells that 2 times of sine theta cos theta can be written as sine 2 theta. So whatever was missing, I have multiplied and divided. So this can be written like this. Now I have got the answer. I have to find out what is the maximum value of this, isn't it? Let's take up sine 2 theta. I know where sine 2 theta lies. What is the maximum value of sine? 1. What is the minimum value of sine? Minus 1. Take that. Okay, maximum and minimum value for sine 2 theta we have taken. Then negative. I have to bring this. Okay, I have to bring this. Multiply with a negative, inequality will reverse. Minus sine 2 theta and greater than minus 1, isn't it? Okay, I'll write it in a proper order now. Less than or equal to 1. So with a negative. Now 2 is there, divided by 2. Minus 1 by 2 less than or equal to minus 1 by 2 sine 2 theta less than or equal to 1 by 2. Okay. Ma'am, what is the difference between first and the third step? Why have you written it again? See, here is the answer. This is only sine 2 theta. Okay, after simplifying, I'll get a minus sine 2 theta. Yes, it is lying in the same range. So you have the same answer. If the question is a maximum, then I'll get 1 by 2 as the answer. If the question is minimum, I'll get minus 1 by 2 as the answer. This is the theoretical way to solve. Okay, in this question, if you observe the options, B and D are same. I'll tell you the way to rule out the options in this. First, see, when I know that the sign part has to lie between minus 1 and 1, when the answer is coming more than that, okay, rule out the option. But that you will come to know when I have this. When I have this, that time you will know that sin theta, no, sin theta can't be more than 1. So it has to be ruled out. If you check these two options, root 3 by 2 and here it will get cancelled, root 3 by 2. Both are same. Either it has to be B or D. Anyway, both are same. So on solving, we'll come to know it is option A. Done, all of you? See, if you have any doubt in this, put it in the comments. As you all know, I am checking the comments also. So if you have put the question, I will definitely answer it. Okay. Make sure whichever mock test you are doing, you are thorough in all the questions. That has to be like you have to be perfect in that paper. Mock test 1 I am solving, yes boss, all 60 questions I know. Mock test 2, yes I am perfect in all this. So that should be your preparation. Done? Are you doing like that? And identify your strength. Attempt those questions first in your actual exams. That is the benefit of the mock test. Time management also is a key here. Okay. Now let's take up the 72 question. 1 divided by x plus 2, take this term next side. So one thing here, many students will cross multiply this. That is wrong. Okay. That is wrong way to do it. Whenever unknown is there, you cannot cross multiply this. You have to bring the term to the next side and simplify further. So on taking LCM, we have x minus 3 minus 3x minus 6. I have minus 2x minus 9. So minus, if I take common, I have this much. Okay. If I take that negative also, this less than 0 becomes greater than 0 actually. If I multiply by negative, inequality will reverse. So I have done that also in the same step. Again, you don't have to write it. So take off the negative, multiply by negative, inequality will reverse, and then go with the Wavy-Curve method. How many of you know Wavy-Curve method? Raise your hand, put it in the comments, I will check that. How many of you know Wavy-Curve method? If many no's are there, then I will take up the concept in the next video. Okay, I will brief that. Of course, I can't teach completely, I can brief that. So put it in the comment box, how many of you know this Wavy-Curve method. As of now, I am going directly. First, you have to check the critical points. Critical points means the values which will make the factor 0. Here is a value, minus 9 by 2 will make the factor 0. I have taken that. So next critical point is minus 2 and here it is 3. Okay, break the number line. Start with positive, negative, positive, negative. Done? Now the question demands positive region. You give the positive region. Which is the positive region? This one and this one. This is the positive region. That's it. Now go with the answers where I have minus 9 by 2 to 2, minus 9 by 2, minus 2. Actually, none of the answers are right here. It has to be negative. Okay. In the option A, it is given 2. I didn't take any. Yeah, I have taken it right. So plus 2 is there, minus 2 will be there. On the number line, make it a minus 2. Then the option will be right. Okay. Option A is right if it is negative. None of other options are right in this. Done? Let's see the next question. 73. If n is any positive integer, then the value of I power 4n plus 1 minus I power 4n minus 1 divided by 2. All of you know that I power 4n is 1, isn't it? Multiple of 4 will give you 1. So just separate the powers. Minus I to the power of 4n into I to the power of minus 1 divided by 2. Wherever I power 4n is there, that is 1. I and minus I to the power of minus 1 is 1 by I divided by 2. I square minus 1 divided by 2i. What is I square? Minus 1. So minus 2 divided by 2i, this will give you minus 1 by I multiplied by I divided by I. Isn't it? See the options. I square is minus 1, this will go off. So I'll get only I, that is there in option C. So how many of you would have done this question? I believe that because this is very simple one. Many times would have done that. That's why. 74th question. Okay. The equation of the line passing through the point. The equation of the line passing through the point perpendicular to this. Generally what we do is the line, the point whichever is given, the point has to be substituted in the option. This is one of the way. Okay. When the word passing through is there, you see the point and put it in the option. Suppose if you are putting in this option 2 minus 1 plus 1 will not give you 0. Put it in the second option, then 2 minus 1 minus 1. Yes, that will give you the answer. Put it in the third one. If multiple answers are there, then this method is not valid that time. And 2 minus 1 minus 2. None of the answers are correct except option B in this. So that is the best way to do. Whenever passing through is there, take that point and put it in the answer. Okay, that is the one way. What if multiple options are right? Then you go with this other trick. Second trick, we have multiple tricks. So if any number, any line, is like this, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, perpendicular line can be written as bx, right, minus ay plus lambda equal to 0. Okay, this we know, correct? If any point x1, y1 is given for this, then the line changes to b times x minus x1 minus a times y minus y1 equal to 0. This is the best. Whenever they give the point, take up this. Okay, take up this. If you have multiple options, go with this. That will give you fastest answer. Where I can take, see the equation, x minus 1 and y minus 2, because y1 is given to equal to 0. On solving this also, you will get the same option. Okay, two tricks I have told you. Best is the trick 1, but it fails when you have multiple options as your answers. That's why I told you the second trick also. Done. All of you are solving, all of you are understanding, right? All of you are with me now. 75th question. Major axis of an ellipse is 3 times the minor axis. Okay. Major axis 2A is 3 times the minor axis 2B. Okay, we have taken that. Eccentricity is what? I'll cancel up this. A is related with B like this. A is equal to 3B. E square is equal to A square minus B square by A square. Isn't it? Many of you will get confused when it comes to eccentricity. Once you write that, make a summary sheet. This is the eccentricity value. Then we have 9b square minus b square by 9b square. B square will get cancelled, 8 by 9. Then E value will be 2 root 2 by 3. Where is our 2 root 2 by 3? Option A. Easy one. Are you understanding everything? Hope so. 76th question. This is also repetitive pattern. Okay. What is the pattern here? Can you tell me what is the pattern generally we see? If x plus y is equal to some p given, okay, and I know that x square minus y square is coming as a 1, what will I do? X plus y, x minus y is 1 actually, right? I will write directly 1 by p and take the simplification. That's all you have to do. See here, if I take p here, then x minus y is equal to 1. X minus y will be 1 by p. Register that here. Okay. When you are using this, whenever x square minus y square equal to 1, I'll write that once again here. Make it a point. Whenever x square minus y square is equal to 1 and x plus y or x minus y, anything, is given as a some number, then you can directly write x minus y as a 1 by p. Having said this, remember that x minus y is equal to p, then x plus y will be 1 by p. Okay. On putting this value, now what happens? You see this. We need tan here. So on taking that, I have here cosecant a. Is it? I'll write here. Cosecant a plus cot a is given 11 by 2. I will directly write cosecant a minus cot a as 2 by 11. Reciprocal. Don't forget this. Now you think what they are asking. Now you see what they are asking. Tan is asked. Do I need cosecant? No. So cancel it off. Cancel it off. Okay. Cosecant is gone. 2 cot a. That is equal to 11 by 2 minus 2 by 11. How much is this? 121 minus 4, 117 divided by 22. This is 11 by the way. Okay. Now this is a value for 2 cot x. Now cot a, not x, it is a. Cot a is equal to 117 by 44. Reverse of this will be tan a, and the option is sitting here. Okay, the option is sitting in, the value is sitting in option C, 44 by 117. So that is your 76th question. So let's take up the next question. 77th is super easy. You must be happy after seeing this, isn't it? Tell me the truth. How many of you are happy after seeing this question? If you get such questions actually in CET, that is like a wow, isn't it? A plus B plus C is 180 degree. Kushi agbidattalla. What is the trick? What is the trick we are going to apply? Whenever I have the sum of 3 angles as a 180, I can take the angles as how much? 60. 60 plus 60 plus 60 will give you 180 degree. That is the one of the value I can take that. Now what I will do, I'll put it in this. Sine 2a, that is sine 2 times of 60, 120. So sine 120, 180 minus 60, that will give me sine 60. Sine 60 will give me root 3 by 2. Correct? So root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2. This will give me 3 times of root 3 by 2. Now what you have to do, check that which option is giving you the same answer. Definitely not a cos, because cos will give you 1 by 2, not root 3 by 2. So this answer you have to get. In which option you will get? Either you will get by 4 times, 2 times or 8 times. Okay, we'll see that in the option A. I'll put it in the option A. 4 times sine A. What is A? A is 60. A, B, C all are 60. So root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2 and root 3 by 2 whole cube. If you don't want this, then go with the product only. That is simple. Root 3 by 2 and root 3 by 2. 4 and 4 is gone. Root 3 is 3. 3 root 3 by 2. No need of whole cube and all. So option A is giving you the answer. If not this also, then actually if you are not using this trick, see that you can remember this, because this is actually the properties, right? In properties of triangle, you have this result. Actually, this is the formula. A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree. Sine 2A plus sine 2B plus sine 2C is equal to so and so. Then ma'am, why did you solve this if that is a formula? Because properties of triangle won't be done in many colleges. Okay, they wouldn't have touched the concept only. So this is a trick you can use, or this is the result if you can remember it. 4 times will be the answer, 4 times. But sometimes what they will do, you know, in the options they'll mix cos and sine to confuse you. So what will you do? Ma'am has told 4 has to be there, then you will tick that and come. That's why I have already told you the answer. I have already told you the method how you have to get the answer. Okay, let's see the next one. 78th one. Cos theta minus 4 sin theta is equal to 1. Here also we have a trick. Whenever I have the form A cos theta plus B sin theta is equal to C. Okay. And when they ask you A sin theta plus B cos theta, see exactly same it has to be. A and B exactly it has to be same. Only cos and sine theta this is. Only cos and sine should be interchanged. Okay. So A is sitting there only. Cos has come down this side and sine is going and sitting with the A. Then the answer will be under root A square plus B square minus C square. Okay, let's see. If I apply that here, what happens? A is here, B is here. A is 1, B is minus 4, C is 1. What happens? 1 plus 16 minus 1, so it is plus or minus 4. Okay, all of you make a note of this. I know many of you wouldn't be knowing this. Are you all with me? How many of you don't know this? Raise your hand once again, put it in the comments. Okay. Ma'am, I don't know the trick what you told. Question number 78 also you can put. Question number 78, raising the hand, I understand that you have learned something new in today's video. Okay, that will give me like satisfaction. I hope everyone is preparing well for the exams. Let's take up the 79th question. If A vector, B vector and C vector, all the three vectors are given, what is the magnitude of this? Very simple question. First, vectors are little down, so you have the question paper with you. See that. So that is the A vector plus 2 times B vector minus 3 times C vector. How simple it is for us to find out what is A vector plus 2 times of B vector, means it will be 4i plus 6j plus 2k minus 3 C. So minus 3i cap minus of minus 3k cap. So this is what we are getting. Let's solve this and see what we are getting. 5 minus, so 2 it is. 2i cap plus 5j cap. And how much is a k cap? We have only how much? 5. 5. 1 second, let me check once again. 2b minus 3. Yeah. Here one 2k I have left somewhere. Here I have left it. Okay, 2k. So 3k, 2k and 2k, that will give you 7k. 7k. Now I have to take magnitude of this. 4 plus 25 plus 49. See how much it is. 29, 49 you are taking. So that will give you 78. So under root 78 will be the answer for 79th question. Okay, so let's take up the next question. The feasible solution for a LPP is shown in the following diagram, following figure. Then let z equal to 3x minus 4y is the objective function what they have given. Maximum of z occurs at what? If they have not given this diagram, you can easily make out that one point is on x-axis, and accordingly roughly you take the diagram. Okay, roughly. Now after seeing this is a maximum point, that is a maximum value. I am getting somewhere here this much. If I see this point, these points, that is enough for us. Okay, let's take the objective function and put the values. So these are the corner points what I have. Actually, if you observe, the y value, this value should be less than x value. If the point is like this, if this value is less and x value is more, then there is a high chance of getting the maximum what they are asking. Okay, let's try that with a 4, 10. Suppose I am putting this point. So it will be 12 minus c. This is the reason why I am telling, because there is a negative in between. If I have negative here, if this value is more, the answer will be less, right? So I will get a negative. No need to check that also. So if I substitute this is one point where I can see 4, 10 is not giving you the maximum, no? So 15 and minus 4 times 0. So 15 I am getting from this. Okay, so let's check with a 6, 5. That is there in the option B. If I have 6 here, 18 and 5 here, 12. So negative, minus 2 I am getting. So same thing happens with 8 also. When the other values are more, then maximum, the value will be minimum. It won't be maximum. Okay, this value is more. Okay, why we am telling this? Because we have minus here in between. When we have negative and when we have 4 here, obviously these value has to be less. Y value has to be less, x value has to be more. That is happening only in this 5, 0. That's why that is a one way to get to know which option will go. You can try with this also, because 5 is less compared to 6. So you can rule out this after seeing the ordered pairs there only. Okay, and graph also will give you one rough idea. That is not the actual corner points, actual graph what they can give. Then, okay, next question. 81. Magnitude of A is 4, magnitude of B is 2, and angle between A and B is given pi by 6. What will be A cross B? Okay, A cross B whole square. If I take that, magnitude of A square, magnitude of B square. We all know what is A cross B. I have not written vectors. Vectors you can write. Sine square pi by 6, because angle between both are given pi by 6. So here I have 4 square 16, 2 square 4, and 1 by 2 whole square 1 by 4. That's all. So I am getting 16 as the answer. Okay, option B is right. 16 is the answer. So let's go with the next question. The coordinates of the point P, where it is given 3, 4, 5. The point is given as a 3, 4, 5. Then the direction ratios of OP, this is. Direction ratio of OP are what? Okay, DCs are asked for the point, right? So what will I do? 3 divided by under root 9 plus 16 plus 25, isn't it? So we have to square that, the values what they have given, 3 square, 4 square and 5 square. That's all. If you see one value, other two you can write on your own. In the option only two will be given. 3 divided by root 50, 3 divided by root 50 means how much? 25, no? So 5 root 2. So do we have 3 by We have only one option where I can see 3 by 5 root 2. So do I have to do other two? Not necessary actually, because multiple options are not there and none of this is also not there. So we are safe here to put that as a option D. Okay, done. 83rd question. How many times we have done this question? Tell me. Angle between two lines. Angle between two lines. Many times we have done this. The pattern is important. Okay, angle between two lines. What is the formula? Last time I wrote the formula for you. Now I am not writing the formula. Okay, which values are important? These values are important. Do I have to see the numerator? Not necessary. Then what will I do? I'll take the product of this, isn't it? So 2 into 1, 5 into 2, 4 into minus 3 divided by under root of. You know what will be the formula, right? So 2 square, 5 square, 4 square, whatever we are getting. Why didn't I write the formula? Why didn't I write the values in the denominator? See, by seeing this only, I can make out that 2 plus 10, 12, 12 minus 12, I am getting 0. Why will I waste time? Isn't it? You won't be having that much time in your exam also. So don't write the denominator at all. When it is giving you 0, then what is the angle? What is the angle? Will you write, if 0 degree is there, will you write that? No. Cos theta is 0, then it is 90 degree. Angle is 90 degree. Okay. The lines are perpendicular lines. Done. Next question. My favorite, calculus, limits. Limits of 1 minus cos 5x divided by sin 4x. LH rule. Do you remember LH rule, what I have taught in previous video? Yes. LH rule says that numerator and denominator can be separately differentiated when we have 0 by 0 form. We have two questions on this rule today. Okay. So here on putting 0 for that function, what will I get? Check first. Yeah, 1 minus 1, 0, 0 by 0 form. If it is 0 by 0 form, then I can separately differentiate numerator and denominator. Okay, we'll do that. Sin 5x into 5 divided by 4 cos 4x. Done. On putting the value, I should not get 0 by 0, but I am allowed to get 0 here. So if 0 is there, no problem. Take it as answer. Option C, 0 is the answer. Very simple when you take LH rule. Otherwise, you have to go with a trigonometric formula. That is also possible. Taking trigonometric formula, multiple angle formula is possible, but very lengthy, very descriptive. Okay, so let's take up the next question, where again I am using a LH rule. Before you decide that you are using LH rule, see the form. I know that by seeing this I can make out, so I wrote. Okay, on putting 0 for this, e power 0, 1, 1 minus 1. So we have that in 0 by 0 form again. So what will I do? LH rule says that separately numerator differentiation. So e power x minus 1 divided by, differentiate the denominator as well, 2x. Done. Now put it and check once again. 0 means 1 minus 1 by, again I am getting 0 by 0. What to do? Ma'am, after putting LH rule also I am getting 0 by 0 means again I can differentiate. I will go on differentiating till I get rid of it. Okay, till I get rid of it. Okay, once again I'll differentiate. Putting x as a 0, I am going to get option C there, 1 by 2. Simple way to solve these limit questions is LH rule. When we are going to do that? Only when we have 0 by 0 form or infinity by infinity form. Then let's see the next question. Continuity problem. 86th question. F of x is given so and so according to the values what they have given, and f be continuous at x is equal to 0. Then what is the value of c? Okay. at x equal to 0 is what we are checking here. Greater than we are using for RHL, less than we are using for LHL, and C is sitting here. Either I will take f of 0, the value of the function, or I will take RHL. It's one and the same. Okay, I'll take this limit. Okay, for LHL I'm talking about. The function is taken. And what I have to do? On putting the value, I'll take that as a 0 by 0. So LH rule once again. Differentiating, no, not required, I think. No LH rule. Here what I will do, I'll just take this. Already it is there in the form. Why will I use LH rule? I will see multiplying and dividing by 2. This one. Sine of any angle divided by the same angle is going to be 1. Isn't it? We have learnt it. So that is gone now. Value is 6. So I don't have to do anything there. Value of LHL is 6. Go with our RHL or f of 0. On putting 0 for this, what will I get? C. That's all. So equating this and the LHL, I have C as a 6. Easy peasy. 86 one was a very simple, only the function was defined that way. Okay, I hope many of you have got the answer in continuity. That's a very important concept. F of x is equal to mod cos x. Then, is it a differentiable everywhere? Is it continuous but not differentiable at n pi? Is it continuous and not differentiable at odd multiple? Or none of this? This is very dangerous. Remember, I have told you hardly 5% chances are there to be none of this. Don't go with that always. Okay, I'll go with a graph here. Are you all okay with the cos graph? Do you know the cos graph? Yes? Okay, then quickly draw the cos graph in your notes. What is cos 0? It is 1. Isn't it? Cos pi minus 1. Cos 90, 0. This is enough for us to get the answer. It will go like this. Okay, this side if I take, it will go like this. Again it will reach. So this is a cos graph. If I take the mod of that, let me tell you the mod of that. The negative part will be flipped to the positive region. So now this negative part will be shifted, will be lifted to the positive because mod is there. Mod is never negative. Mod is always positive. Mod of cos x if I take, it is always positive. So it has to be flipped to the positive. Okay. This also will be flipped like this. Now I have the graph. I'll see the graph. This dotted one and this red one and the dotted one. Okay, take off this one. I don't want this. I'll take it off. So in seeing this, 1 second. Graph is like this now. Okay, now this is the mod of cos x graph. After seeing this, what I can make out? Is there any break here? The continuous graph is there. Without lifting my pen, I can write it here. So this is a shortcut what I am doing. I am not going with our LHL, RHL kind of. So seeing the graph, yes, it is continuous. Definitely. At what point they are talking? At everywhere they are talking. Yes, I can make out that it goes on like that. It continues. So it is continuous everywhere. Okay. Is it differentiable? No. Wherever sharpness is there, the sharp point is there. This is 0. Here it will be minus pi by 2. Wherever that sharpness is coming, it is not differentiable at that point. Okay. So this curve mod x is not differentiable at these points. That is not n pi. It is odd multiple of pi by 2, minus pi by 2, pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. It goes on like that. So at an odd multiple, it is not differentiable because the sharpness is there. Wherever sharp is there, we can't differentiate that. The same thing you have seen in mod function also. You remember mod graph? Do you remember? In mod graph, this sharpness is there, so it is not differentiable at 0. Mod x is not differentiable at 0 because of the sharp. Can you remember this? Wherever I have the sharpness in the curve, at that point the function is not differentiable. So that is enough to tell that is the option C. Okay, so let's take up the next question. 88th question says to differentiate normal differentiation quotient rule. That's all here. If y is given so much, y dash will give you whole square. Is this sufficient? No, Baba. So many options are there where I have denominator whole square. Okay, I'll not take that risk. New denominator first, then the numerator differentiation. I think space is not sufficient. I'll take it down. Okay, I'll take this down. Otherwise, I have to take 2 lines. I'll take it here. This much is sufficient for me. 2 e power x minus 3 whole square, and denominator should come first, 2 into e power x minus 3, then differentiation of the numerator, which is 3 into e to the power of x, and minus numerator, differentiation of the denominator. Okay, so now cut short the steps and write directly. See here, these two if you multiply, I'm going to get 6. These two if I multiply also I'm going to get 6, but one is positive and is negative, so cancel out. Now these two if I multiply, minus 9, and we have minus 8, so that will give me minus 17 e power x. Where is minus 17? Option A. Minus 17 e power x divided by denominator square. That is your answer. Okay, next question. 89th question. Y is equal to sine inverse of so and so given. dy by dx is what? Before I differentiate this, I know what to take as a substitution. X as a tan theta. Okay, substitution method in the inverse. If I take x as a tan theta, 1 minus tan square theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta will become cos 2 theta. Isn't it? Now outside we have sine square weighting, inside we have cos. So to make it as a sine, I'll take sine of 90 minus theta. Sine inverse sine will get cancelled, and I have pi by 2 minus 2 times of what is theta? Tan inverse will go this side. I have theta as a tan inverse x. This is my y value. What will be y dash? Yes, by this time you know what is y dash. Minus 2 divided by 1 plus x square. Okay, minus 2 divided by 1 plus x square is our answer. Okay, let's see the next question, the last one here. If y is equal to e to the power of x to the power of e, then what will be dy by dx? Isn't it complicated for you if you do as it is? So what I have here is trick for you. Okay, always I have told this, whenever you have f of x to the power of g of x, use this trick. Yes, of course, it will take little practice for you to write it directly, but it is worth learning. Trust me, it is worth learning, because one or the other question will have this form and it will help you. So dy by dx, what I am going to do here, I'll take as it is, f of x whole to the power of g of x. Okay, g of x divided by f of x, and this differentiation here plus log of f of x, and differentiation of g of x, that is g dash. Okay, differentiation of g of x, that is g dash. This is the trick. This is the direct answer. I am going to apply to this equation. Then see, y dash is equal to e to the power of x to the power of e. Then the function as it is you have to write. Now g of x, this is g of x, the power g of x divided by f of x is only e. Differentiation of that will be 0 plus log of what will be here, f of x, that is e. Okay, and the differentiation of the power will give you e into x to the power of e minus 1. That's all. So it will take few questions, it will take few time. Okay, work on that. Definitely you will also write it in one step. As I told, it's worth learning because one or the other question will have this form in your exam, so that fatakse you can do. Option C is your answer. E into the power of x power e times x to the power of e minus 1. In one step I have written this, isn't it? Next step is our answer. Otherwise, you have long way to go to do this question, right? Here we are at the end of the video. So join the Diksha KCET WhatsApp channel for all the updates. Okay, and do like the video. I want to see most likes here because that is how I understand how many students are watching, how many students are taking help of all these videos what we are making for you. Lot of effort is there in that. I will also come to know when you like the video, okay, and share it to many students so that everybody can take the benefit of this Diksha Karnataka channel, and do subscribe to get more videos here. Okay, I am taking off. Again I will join. Again I will come with in front of you with a part 2 of this same paper where I will be discussing next 30 questions. Okay, don't miss that as well. Signing off.